What's up, everybody? This is Reverend Guns, and today we're going to be taking apart and cleaning this Beretta 92FS. This is 9mm and is the stainless steel version, made in USA. So the first thing we want to do is safety check and make sure it's clear and safe to work on. So right here behind the trigger is a button. It's a magazine release. When you press it, it causes the magazine to pop out. Pull that out. Set it aside. We are not going to need that for now. Next, you want to lock the slide back and check the barrel. So right here, you'll see a lock lever. When you pull the slide back, you will push the lock lever up and it will lock it into place. Pull it back, push it up, and now you can look down on the barrel there and see nothing is in there. Now that we know that it's safe and clear, we can go ahead and start taking it apart. So to decock it, as you just saw, you push the safety down. The safety is also a decocker, so when you put it on safe, it will decock it for you. There's nothing to worry about there, because what it does is it moves the firing pin out of the way. So there's no fear of it accidentally going off. Next, you'll flip over the pistol and there is a button here. You want to hold that in, and that will allow you to freely turn this switch right here. And as you see, slide wants to come off, so you can let go of the button now. Got the frame. Inside here, we've got the guide rod and spring. Compress that, and we'll take that out. And then we'll also take the barrel out. I do that by, there's like a button back here on the back side of the barrel. You just push it in and it loosens it, and it allows you to just pull it right out. And that, my friends, is everything we're going to be cleaning today. I'm going to give this a quick little spray down and let that soak while we're going over a few things. Alright, so tools that I have here. I have my cleaner. Cleaner is all on preference and opinion. Everybody has tried their own and says they like one better than another. This is what I use, so I'm happy with it. I can do it without gloves. There's no smell to it. I'm happy with it. I've got a soft bristle brush. It's got a little detailer end on the end here. I've got a harder bristle brush for real stubborn carbon. I don't use the metal or brass brushes because I don't want to scratch anything on here. So I try to keep it with the soft bristle brush there, just to preserve any of the finish. I've got a 9mm barrel brush. I've got a 9mm jag. I'll show you how those work here in a bit. We don't need any tools to take this apart, so don't need those. I've got some gun oil. I've got a gun oil rag, some patches, and Q-tips sometimes come in handy. And then rags to clean everything off as we finish it up. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to start with the barrel. It's kind of the only thing that matters on how you do it. You want to take your barrel brush here, and you want to go in from the back. And that means two things. You don't want to go in from the front, the muzzle end, because it could cause some damage to the end of the barrel here from dinging it, clanking it, banging it. And if you cause any damage, it'll cause accuracy issues and other problems. So we want to go in from the back. And so just slide it on through. Make sure it goes all the way through. And as you're doing it, you'll feel it get smoother and less gritty. And this is actually a brand new pistol, so this is the first cleaning we're doing on it, and we do that because they put a preservative oil on it, and that's not good enough to be lubrication for the pistol. So we want to get as much of that as we can off, and then lube it correctly. So go ahead and clean that up there, and grab a rag, wipe off as much as we can. We're also going to grab the jag here, and if you've never used a jag, it's got a tit, like a sharp point on the end here. You take a patch, stab it in the middle, and then feed it through, going the same direction you were going with the brush, and it gives it a nice solid wipe down. And new guns are always fired once, so it will be slightly dirty, but it shouldn't be very much on there. Yeah, let's do that one more time. Set that aside. Yeah, that looks pretty clean. Happy with that. Now we'll work on the spring a little bit. You can dirt, debris, and other contamination can get on here, so we want to make sure we brush that down. Give it a good wipe off. Like I said, we don't want any of that oil that was on here left on here. So do the guide rod. There's nothing wrong with cleaning every single one of these pieces as good as you can. Alright, got that done. Let's do the slide. Get the rails real good. It's always good to get around the muzzle end. There's usually some carbon there. Alright. Give that a wipe down. Now if you've got some stubborn carbon on there, keep scrubbing at it. You're not going to hurt it, not with a soft bristle brush. And you know, keep going at it till it's clean. Clean gun will function a lot more reliably. Alright, last piece to do is the frame. And just kind of go over and get it all. Like I said, you're not going to hurt it. Make sure you get the slide rails real good. All right. Time for some lube. So I'm going to grab my gun oil here. Get a little bit put on here. And let's just start with the big pieces first. The frame, I like to do where the slide contacts. And basically, you know, if this wasn't new, you'd be looking for contact points. You'd see little scratches or scrapes or anything that looks like metal on metal contact has been happening. So you would want to make sure there's a dab of oil on there. And there we go. That looks pretty good. On the slide, like I said, you want to make sure you get the slide rail real good. And again, you'll be looking for contact points where it might actually be scraping or touching. The spring I don't normally do, but I will do the guide rod just so it has something to slide on. Otherwise, there's really not necessary. Oil attracts dirt and dust, and you don't need buildup everywhere. All right, the barrel. I do pretty much the whole shaft. That's just me. I like to make sure it's got plenty of lubrication, and again, you're just looking for scratch marks. Anything that looks like it's been rubbing, and make sure you get oil on there. So now that we've oiled it, let's go ahead and put it back together. Let's start with the slide. We're going to put the barrel in first. You'll notice the open side of the barrel here is what's going to go into the slide. And slide into the barrel slot. And when you push it back, it should just kind of, the little lock here locks it into place. Okay, now we'll take our guide rod and spring, and the end of the spring that doesn't have the black piece in it goes in the hole below the barrel here. So stick it up in there and then push it. I guess I could show this first. You'll see there's a little half moon cutout right there on the barrel. That's where the guide rod sits. So when you compress this in, you'll want the end of the black piece here to sit in that little slot. So we'll go ahead and press that back into place. Now we can put the slide back on the frame. You'll see that there's grooves here on the back. Those grooves line up with these, so you can slide it on. Okay, now we're at the point where you're getting in contact with the guide rod. So what I like to do is I will cock it all the way back and then lock it up with the slide lock again, just to hold it in place while I put this lock back in its locked position. Now I can uncock it and we can do a final wipe down. So I'll grab a clean rag for that. And we'll go over every little bit of it just to make sure there's nothing left. Give this a good polishing. This is the time to make everything shine. This is stainless steel, so you don't want anything really left on it. But there we go. There you have it. We have just disassembled, cleaned, oiled, and reassembled a Beretta 92FS. If you have any questions or comments, let me know. I'll help you out with anything I can. Until then, we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. I also offer the online course to get your Texas license to carry a handgun. It's the 4-hour class broken down into segments and saves your progress so you can do it at your own pace. After completing the course, you can print your certificate. Then it'll help you locate an instructor close to you, no matter where you are in Texas, so you can complete the shooting portion of the course. This is all certified by the Texas Department of Public Safety. Check it out at reverendguns.com. If you have any questions or comments, please add them below. Be sure to like and subscribe for more firearms education.